All right, I'm here with Mr. Dale Wiley at the Okefeenokee Heritage Center in Waycross. And I'm just going to introduce him to y'all, and he will tell you exactly what he has available for y'all out here. And we will be coming back to show you the Okefeenokee Heritage Center and some of the stuff inside and around here, and things that they actually have to offer here in Waycross off of Augusta Avenue. So, Mr. Dale Wiley, would you like to tell everybody what your class is and why it's important?
Yeah, basically we started having it's called a basic handgun carry class. And essentially what we do is we teach firearms laws, carry laws, when and where you can carry a gun, how you can carry, self-defense laws, stand your ground, those kinds of things. We also, I really kind of break down for those that maybe don't understand how a gun operates. I even go into how guns work, how bullets work. And then we talk about, for those that are looking to buy a gun, maybe don't have one yet, we talk about, kind of the pros and cons of what to carry, what to purchase, what kind of rounds to buy, all those kinds of things. Because, we want to be, we're very pro Second Amendment, obviously. We want people to carry to be safe, but we want people to be safe when they carry. And so that's the whole point in this, is to just make sure people understand the pros and cons of different kinds of weapons and rounds and whatnot. We also talk about safety, of course, big part of it. And then we talk about fundamentals. I talk about just the mechanics and fundamentals of how to shoot. Things like your stance, your grip, trigger squeeze, sight alignment, sight picture, those kinds of things. Because when you do shoot, you want to hit what you're shooting at. So that's very important. And then kind of the last part of it, we talk about what I call readiness, which is if you're going to carry a gun, out away from your home or in public, just things to think about. Things to, if something happens, these are things you need to think about if you wind up in kind of a self-defense, situation. So that's kind of the gist of the class. It is 3 hours. We do it on Saturday out here at the Heritage Center from 9 to 12. I know that sounds like a long time, but we cram a lot of information in that time, so it's well worth it. Part of what we're doing, the classes are, again, so people will be safe with their weapons, but we also are doing it to benefit the Heritage Center. It's a great facility. If for those of y'all that haven't been out here, there's a lot to see. I think there's basically, give or take, about 10 big exhibits, everything from the old 9 over there to the depot. There's just a lot of different historic displays out here. So we want people to kind of bring attention to the Heritage Center, and people to realize that it's here and what a great experience that it is. So when you pay the money for the class, you also get a 1-year membership to the Heritage Center. So we're doing that to benefit them. So it's just a good all-around program.
Yes, sir. And how much is that class?
It's $30 for the classroom part. And then in the coming weeks, we're also going to do a live range class where we will actually, if you take this class, then we will have a second class where we actually go to the range. You bring your firearm, your rounds. We'll talk about your individual weapon, care and cleaning, those kinds of things. And then we'll actually get on the range with some more instructors, and you'll actually get to fire your weapon and then get a little bit of range time with an instructor. If you take the classroom part, then it's $25 to do the range class next. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get to learn about it in the classroom setting before we actually go out to the range, so that we're safer when we go there.
And you get the 1 year.
And you get the 1-year membership, absolutely. So with that, you can, with the membership, you can tour all the exhibits without having to pay every time you come.
Okay, and I did hear you say safety. As far as safety is concerned, the main importance of that is, well, there's 2 reasons. One, because an unsafe handler can not only hurt themselves, but they can also hurt others.
Absolutely. I've been in law enforcement for 22 years, including as a GBI agent, and a lot of the things that I've seen over the years that were accidental with firearms were absolutely avoidable. A lot of it had to do with people just not being familiar with what they have, and then not thinking about little things safety related. So those are things that we talk about, draw attention to in this class.
And then the second point that I caught right there during your first part was the cleaning. I do know from my past that if you don't take care of your weapon properly, you don't have a good, clean, oiled down weapon, and you clean all the drive, there can be many different things that go wrong with it. And sometimes it can affect you, the user. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a dirty weapon, or especially, you know, we're down here in South Georgia where it's as humid as it can be, and those things, you know, that affects a firearm. If you don't keep a thin coat of oil on it, it can rust. So if you don't clean it and it gets a little rust, it's not going to be functional when you need it. And so those are things that we want to make sure people know about, you know, feel comfortable with their weapon. Whatever you have, we want you to be comfortable operating it, shooting it, and cleaning it.
Okay. How about age range?
Honestly, for the classroom part, I don't necessarily have a cutoff. Now for the range, we'll do 21 and above simply because of the law, and these are all handgun classes. But for the classroom portion, I don't really have an age cutoff. Anybody can come to that.
Awesome. Well, I sure appreciate it, Mr. Wiley. And is there anything that, you know, as far as out here and on the grounds, any particular part that you like out here the best?
Well, I think for me, it's probably the train and the depot up here. They've got a lot of really cool artifacts in the depot. It's literally like walking back in time when you go in there to an old, you know, probably late 1800s, turn of the century depot. So it's really neat, and it's the entire train. It goes all the way from the engine all the way down to an old-fashioned caboose. Another one that I'm partial to because I'm an Air Force veteran is they just recently added an exhibit for the B-29 crash that occurred back in 1948 here in Waycross. So they've put a monument out there at the site, and the Heritage Center has added an exhibit here. So I'm kind of partial to that one as well from being a veteran. So just all kind of different things that you can see and learn out here.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Wiley, and you all heard it here, unedited, real talk right now. Mr. Dale Wiley, and he will be doing the classes on Saturday, as he said, 9 to 12. Now you can find information on his class on our page, and you can also go to the Blackshear Times, and they posted some information as well for him.
Yeah, Okefeenokee Heritage Center has a Facebook page also, and it's on there as well. So
thank you so much. Is their phone number? 285-4260. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Wiley, for giving us time and for talking to the people. And y'all heard it here. Y'all sign up. Y'all call, sign up, and come see what all they have to offer us. And you have a great day, Mr. Wiley.
thank you. I appreciate y'all coming.
Yes, sir.